It is Saturday morning. I have got my coffee here, and I am getting ready to play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers patch 5.4, which is entitled, I forgot already, it's entitled Futures Rewritten. And the story begins here in the, what is this place called? The Rising Sands? I literally don't remember what this place is called. It used to be the Rising Stones. The Rising Stones is what this place is called. I mean, I've been here for 6 years or something, and I forgot what the place is called. 5 or 6 years. So, last time I started talking to Grahatia, but then I didn't. So let's talk to him now. I suppose we ought to take stock of the situation. By forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, we have unwritten history. The future now lies beyond my ken. None can say what awaits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we can overcome all trials. We have always done so, have we not? Sure. Look at this wind-up mistel I got. Oh. Well now, I have my suspicions as to what this is about, but would you be so good as to confirm them for me? Meow 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 meow. Aye, just as I thought. They went ahead with it after all. The artisans of the Mean had come to me with a proposal, you see. In celebration of the knight's return, they asked how I wished to be commemorated, on a coin or as an automaton. Neither, I replied, for all the good it did. They knew I would be embarrassed. It makes no difference what name they give it, yet still they did it. A right stubborn lot they are, as befits the people of the Crystarium. They shall be just fine without me, and Lena may rest assured I do not worry for them. Nevertheless, I shall never cease to pray for their happiness. No longer am I a leader of a nation. Whatever power and influence I may have wielded, I left behind, as surely as I left my body. But everything I have ever felt and experienced, all these things and more, I have brought with me. You have brought for me. And I shall carry them close to my heart as always, unto the end of my days. That's pretty funny. I've never thought of the minions as being in-world items. That's really interesting that NPC characters interact with minions. I've always thought of the minions as sort of out-of-game player cosmetics. I've never thought of them as like everybody in the world can see all the minions. I've never really thought of them that way. What happens if I do the other one? Let's ask him how he fares of late. How are you doing, Grahatil? How are you? Do you mean since I reawakened in this body? The hunger being par for the course, I have no complaints. All appears to be well. Though my memories straddle the lives I have lived, there are no contradicting fragments which cause me confusion. Yet by the same token, 'tis a strange feeling to be possessed of my young body again. Even accounting for the crystallization, I do not recall ever being so light and spry. As for my soul, Ishtola assures me it is similar to yours, Tiev. That is to say, it is somewhat denser than yours, but otherwise normal. On the face of it, it appears to make sense, but I couldn't help but consider the differences between your circumstance and mine. You, of course, merged with Oddbert, and as similar as your souls may have been, The fact is, you were different people. Thus did your soul gain in density. How you were able to merge is another matter. Given what we know of the soul, that you possessed distinct memories should have rendered the process more complicated. Though I but theorize, perhaps your strong and shared desire to do so made it possible. In contrast, I simply merged with myself. Whatever additional experiences the older me may have had, my fundamental existence remained unchanged. Mind you, that's not to say that I hadn't improved. Far from it. At any rate, when our souls combined, it shouldn't have been a process of augmentation, but rather, shall we say, attunement. It seems somewhat strange that my soul has become denser. Or could this be the result of having undergone another rejoining? If so, it would serve as proof of a future that many fought and died to prevent. Lest we forget, my friend, lest we forget. I'm not sure what to make of that. He has a dense soul, which means he might have future implications for future story. People with dense souls tend to have greater effect on the plot in this game, I've noticed. Those being Allisaies, for one thing. The dense soul concept is a weird concept in this game. I think it means that a dense soul has experienced a rejoining, one or more of them. I don't really follow all the nuances of the Final Fantasy lore, but anywho, let's move on. Heh, everyone likes the garments I prepared for them. The time I spent polishing my skills wasn't in vain. In case you're wondering, Grahatia's is an outfit suited for traveling, while his weapon uses a piece of the crystal tower as a focus. Brilliant, right? Now I know we probably shouldn't go around chipping bits off Allagan relics, but it was just one little piece. Okay, so I spoke to everybody last time, so I'm going to just move on with the story. Let's get into 5.4. Allisaies' quest. As at the end of the last patch, Allisaies seemed to be having an existential crisis of some sort. She was bored and looking to fight things. Kryle's eyes light up at the sight of you. Ah, greetings, Tiav. Come to look in on our friends? Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Well, okay. That's what Dawn's Respite is for.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows.
Xenos and Fandaniel, the Allisaies. Those are our primary threats right now, that I know of at least.
In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
She's going to look in on Gabu, isn't she? Lise!
Welcome back, everyone!
Yay! Lise is back.
Lise!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That gesture again. They're always doing that gesture. Putting their hand up to their chest. I want to get that emote. How do I get that emote?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The band's back together.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
He does keep secrets, though. And his ears move.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
The report. Who wrote the report? Allow us to elaborate. Meow, 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 meow.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
Join the club.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength.
Wait. Are there never going to be any other calamities? Is that what I'm hearing here? I thought we just averted this calamity. I didn't realize that we prevented any further calamities forever and ever. I guess that does sort of make sense. The three unsundered Ascians, I think they're called unsundered, the Elidibus, the Emet-Selch, and who was the third one? I forgot his name. La Habrea? They were trying to smush all the worlds back together so they could get back their precious Amarat. I think it's actually pronounced Amarat. But since they're gone, I guess their goal of restoring Amarat is gone too, so I guess there's no need for any further calamities. the calamity being another word for a rejoining, which is when they smush the 13 or 14 worlds back together. I don't know, it's all very confusing.
Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What was that flashback about? I guess that was the... I guess those were representations of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. But there's something weird going on with my character, because I feel like my character is also one of the Unsundered, or something like that. Because, I don't know, they keep talking about... I keep getting these flashes of references to the 14th. And Emmett Selk occasionally referenced how my character had been through rejoinings before. I think he mentioned that I'd been through 7 rejoinings before. So, I don't know, there's something special about my character that I don't quite get yet. Yeah, Lys, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald, and we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Ah, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Allisaies, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
Hey, you're taunting me. What meeting? Lead on. Meow, 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 meow.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
Haha. Oh.
No, that's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
All right. That was a lot. That was a long cutscene. When Ishtola is about, one cannot afford even the slightest slip. Don't worry, I can say with complete confidence that Graha is dressed for anything. When I set out to save Haurik, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind, and having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant, and though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Allisaies, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Beck Lugg would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Alligans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Etherochemical Research Facility. Etherochemical Research Facility. That place. Oh, okay. Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Allisaies, which means we'll be needing an airship. Sid! An airship, you say? Let's go to Sid. Meet me on the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. Huh? It's gotta be Sid. Whenever we mention airships, Sid is involved. Sid is everywhere. You know, I forgot to look for other people around to talk to. Alright, we gotta talk to everybody now. To see if anything's changed. While Thancred and Urianger are off to Old Garlemald, I'll keep the information flowing freely between us and the Alliance. After all, close coordination's the key to winning this war. Well, what war? Oh, he's on the phone talking all the time, apparently. I didn't realize we were at war. I thought the war was over. If you're looking for Isildar and Alian, they're off to Doma to visit Homai. In his entire time with us, I don't think I've ever seen Isildar so alive as when he set out. We gotta go to Doma. I haven't gone to Doma yet. The Archons have scarcely returned and already Sister is at it again. However this plays out, I pity the newcomer. They're smitten with the newcomer, the both of them, but I won't let him come between us. If he were to join us, on the other hand... Not only have the Archons returned to us, but a capable new comrade has joined the fold besides. Their presence shall inspire us to ever greater heights. This is the same dialogue as before. Hear, hear, brother. If Grahatia is as skilled in all forms of combat as they say, we must train hard if we are to keep up. When I was tasked with holding the fort, the silence of the place was unnerving at times. Strange to say that it is amidst this ceaseless clamor that I feel most at peace. Okay. So we gotta remember to check in on them every time we come back here. Alright, so we're just traveling to Mordana. Oh, we just walk outside. We don't need to teleport anywhere. We gotta go through like 3 different doors and stuff. Hey, we're here. Whoa, why is everything purple? Is that normal? It seems different. Hey, it's a ship. Whoa, Totoro is dressed for adventure. She's changed her outfit. She's ready for anything. That's pretty funny. I give you the Bonanza, the Scion's very own airship. What? We have an airship? I built her as a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Totoro, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coinkeeper. Hee, I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. Oh, you're not Sid. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around Allisaies. But enough talk, it's time to fly! All aboard! And we're off. Oh, what? Oh, we're... Okay, I was gonna say, man, this is a big airship. This isn't the airship, this is Allisaies. I remember this place, vaguely. Did I ever mention that I was fond of flying? Because I am. Be it on an airship, an emerald, or a chocobo, there is nothing so exhilarating as feeling the wind on your face as the horizon unfolds before you. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Totoro has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Allisaies, and Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. Yeah, it's pretty big. So this is where you had your reckoning with Thordan. Wish I'd been with you. Yeah, I don't remember that, but whatever you say.